Hello, I'm Kads and welcome to today's video. So today we're going to be talking about the brand new event in the game, the Halloween Titan event. Ooh. But first of all, I do want to say that they did talk about this in the 7.6 patch preview, but they revamped the event tab. Now, I guess the old event tab is still there. We still have the blocks with the different events, but they added this new interface here. We can kind of see more of what's going on in the game. So for example, we see that there's a Hero's Path starting tomorrow. There's a Halloween Drop Fever, which they already announced a few days ago. I think the news is in the game now as well. So there's 3x on Savage, followed by 3x on Speed. So we have both of those. There's a bonus legendary event starting tomorrow, so that's fun. I'd assume that's going to be Ancient Shards, which is great for me. If you guys watched my last Shard Pull video, we know that we are in a great position to take advantage of that. So I'm hyped on that one. Dungeon Diver's already begun, so that's another event going on. And there's also a Demon Spawn Turn Attack tournament going on, which I will be making a video for later today as well. We don't really care about the offers, but if you do care about when offers pop up, there are those that pop up as well. So what we're focusing on today is the Halloween Titan event. Here we go. This is essentially the same structure as the UDK Titan event, where there are different milestones, and there's up to a 4-star Perfect Soul for Sun Wukong, one of the recent, or the most recent daily login reward champion. However, it goes all the way out to 1500 if you want to go for the Eternal Soul Stone. And just like last time, the maximum amount of points that you can acquire is 1750, meaning that there's a boundary or an excess of 250 that you can account for if you want to go all the way to the end. Now, flipping through all of the rewards, it goes from basically nothing and it ramps all the way up to fairly decent. So the first page is kind of negligible, but 100 points is not that many points to get, so most people will be able to get there. A little bit more energy, some soul coins starting to get out, ramp up a little bit. Player and points program, I know we all care about that. Ancient Shard is nice to have. 50 gems is actually more important, I would say. Mortal Soul Stone is nice. Essence is nice. Lesser Oil is pretty good if you don't run Sand Devil, so you might be able to upgrade some gear. 3-star Wukong Soul starting to get a bit juicier. And then this is kind of the bigger page, before the largest page, I should say. But more soul coins here. Greater Oil 100. Again, that's really great if you don't have a high level Sand Devil farming team. And then you have a Void Shard here, Primal Shard, and an Immortal Soul Stone, all before you get the 4-star. So getting to 1,000 is probably going to be a lot easier for a lot of people, and I would definitely recommend that you at least try to get that far. But if you're feeling adventurous, then going all the way out to Milestone 5, where you get a 6-star Speed Glyph, you get 100 Superior Oil. Again, if you don't farm high level Sand Devil, this is your path to getting some decent like 6-star potentially, or good ascension stats on a good gear. More soul coins, high tier Chaos Ore, Legendary Tome, and a Mythical Skill Tome, which I am fine with this. I had a mini rant a few weeks ago in my community tab about one of the champion training events that had only a mythical tome at the end and no legendary tome. And the only reason I had a problem with that is because I don't mind them adding the mythical at a milestone past to legendary tome, but I don't want them to remove the legendary tomes from the reward paths, just because legendary tomes are immediately useful and mythical tomes might be useful way down the line in a couple of years when everyone gets their first mythical champion. So I don't mind them having it be past legendary tomes. I just don't want them to remove legendary tomes from events. So this is a perfect structure where you still have the legendary, you add the mythical, and then we also have an eternal here as well at the end. So now, armed with all of the knowledge from the UDK Titan event, let's talk about whether or not this is worth doing. I think I've kind of made that somewhat clear that I do think at the very least it's worth getting all the way out to 1,000 points. I think that's going to be more than achievable, even with the impending shard events coming. I still think 1,000 is very, very possible, just doing probably mostly the non-shard events. But you're probably going to want to do some, not all necessarily, but some of the shard events anyway, so you're probably going to get excess of 1,000 anyways. And pushing for 1,500 is where it'll get tough, and that's where it's probably going to require extra effort, extra energy for like Dungeon Divers or something, or Artifact Enhancement, extra silver, or it's going to require extra shards for different summon rushes or champion chases or whatever they have going on in the middle of the week. So the lessons from the UDK Titan event that I learned were just be a little more prepared to pull more shards, particularly if you do want to max it all the way out, and just be ready with excess resources, excess energy from the clan shop, from just the every other day rewards, stuff like that. So just be armed and be ready, be prepared for them to just have some pretty hard milestones or pretty high milestones for stuff going on in the game. Be prepared to do some things that you don't normally do, like, for example, a Demon Spawn Turn Attack tournament where you're limited to that specific faction, and so you have to build a team around that, or else you won't get any points, and thus you won't get any Titan event points. I'll also acknowledge that on the UDK Titan event, I was a lot more hopeful because I was comparing it to the initial Titan event that was like the anniversary one, which was like 3 months long or 2 months long or something. And that was a lot more generous with the excess amount of points you could get. And even then, it still took a couple months, but I was able to get there purely free to play, just allocating resources appropriately to get all the way out to the sacred shard offered at that time. So it's definitely possible if you're diligent and smart with the resources, but it's not going to be easy. So I'm not going to pretend that it was easy to do per se for the UDK Titan event. And it's not going to be easy, I suspect, for this one either. So best of luck to all of you who are going to be participating in this. And let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think of this event and how far you're thinking that you're going to want to go. I'm going to keep this one short, sweet, and to the point. And so with that, I'm going to sign off here. As always, if you found this video helpful, then be sure to hit that like button down below. And if you enjoyed the video, then be sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more content just like this one in the future. Thanks for watching and have a good one.